Hello, hello. I'm Steve, and welcome back to Pillars of Eternity, where we are in the Blackhound Inn with Lotharian Vale and Aloth. So we just rested up, got our health back, all that good stuff, and we have a number of quests that we picked up in the last episode. So without further ado, I think we should go and talk to Sweetener, who is right here in the inn with us. Only makes sense.
Good day to you.
Don't know who you are and don't much care. Keep walking. We're not here to chat with foreigners. Aloth narrows his eyes. Careful. Looks like they're cut from the same cloth as those rowdies who attacked me. He wrinkles his nose. Smells like it too. So Trumbull says you've been threatening his family. I saw you outside the mill. What was that about? What was that? Well, someone fancies himself a meddler, eh? What's that about? It's about Trumbull thinking he's king of the town, on account of he's got the mill to his name. The dwarf's jowls quiver with rage. It's about him barely giving us anything for the wheat we bring him, and then cutting our purses when we need to buy a grain. It's about farmers going hungry while some bastard gets rich off their crops. That's what it's fucking about. Now shove off. Oh, he's mad. He is mad. Okay, so Trouble says you've been threatening family. Maybe I could go talk to him for you. What are you doing in here then? What if I buy you all around? Will you talk to me then? Getting them drunk is always, you know, a decent thing, unless they get rowdy drunk. Yeah, why not? Swainer considers it briefly. He looks to the others. Fair enough. You bring us something to wet our throats, and I might be I'll feel up to trading wort. That is horrible. Oh my god. He speaks really badly. That is the most ineloquent phrase I have heard in a very long time. Actually, wait a minute. Hey, I got mead, ale, and beer. So I wonder, do I have to buy the Blackhound Inn ale or?
How do you do?
Whatever,
Sure.
I gotta buy something, I guess.
How do you do?
I'd like to buy a round for the fine fellows over there. Fine fellows, you're having me on. Any more fighting, and I'll have to ban Swainer from the inn entirely, the innkeeper frowns. Until then, it's 6 copper pieces for the lot. I'm imagining that if I go, can't we skip the payment, it's for a good cause, then it opens up. Either that or that's what's covered by Resolve 12. But remember, we found out that the innkeeper knows about the crappy grain, and that she's using it for the ale from the inn. I'll just, 6 copper, why not? Right then, here, 3 drinks for 3 fools. Just take care with them. They're hot-tempered much.
Good day to you.
I've brought drinks. Hey, so you have, by the flame. I never thought I'd be so happy for a mug of the Blackhound's shit beer. Gods, that's good. Alright then, you've got my attention. What is it you've got to say that's worth a round of drinks? Look, there's no sense in threatening the miller. You have him up against a wall. Maybe you could ask some of the other villagers for help. Maybe you could tell me more about what's going on. Now, let's learn more about what's going on. It's like I said, Miller's in charge of the grain prices. He says they're fair, but I know for a fact that folks like Offra pay half what we do, dwarf size. And maybe we've been a bit rough with them, but what are we supposed to do? We can't keep paying. We're going to starve, and do you think Trumble's going to be sorry about it when we do? So I could talk to Trumbull. I could attack them, which I'm not gonna do. Resolve 60. I really wonder what this is, but my stats for this character do not reflect that. So look, there's no sense in threatening the miller. You have him up against a wall. Maybe you could ask for some of the other villagers for help. Swainer eyes you for a few long moments, drinking deep from his mug. Then he sighs. You're right. Things go on like they are. We're just going to end up hanging from the tree out there. He looks to his comrades. Tell Trumbull we'll leave him be. Don't know what we'll do now. With the crops failing, haven't got another trade to speak of. Think Pasca needs a hand around the inn? Okay, so it seems that we've resolved the feud, nobody died, all that good stuff. So that's one quest down. Once I talk to Trumbull, of course. And as I was saying in the last episode, we need to level up. So I have 6 points. So maybe put 1 in stealth, 1 in mechanics. Or lore is important for some of the conversations. And athletics would help during combat. No, I'm a sneaky rogue, mechanics and stealth. That fits my character more than anything. Lotharian is my character that I want to keep true to who he is. So now we have rogue abilities. So that goes under the class unlocks, I think. Yeah. So crippling strike, reckless assault, dive into battle without a second thought, lowering his or her deflection but increasing accuracy and weapon damage. Escape allows the rogue to break engagement and expertly avoid the next attack, diving out of range to specific location. Dirty fighting, the rogue employs a variety of underhanded tactics, turning some of their hits into critical hits. 10% of hits converted to crits. And it's passive. So that's actually, like, the crits are what really help out. So I'm thinking that's the best.
Yeah?
And then Aloth needs a leveling up. So he has a lot of lore already. Could use some athletics, survival. Cause lore's great and all, but he can already use up to level 3 scrolls. And I found in the original playthrough I did that it doesn't matter what stats your other characters have. It really is all about your main character's stuff when it comes to conversation. And so, like, no matter how high his lore, if I don't have that in mind, it's not gonna matter. Same with mechanics, survival. Well, mechanics is more used for traps and stuff like that. That you can just tell that character to go do it, and that'll help. And stealth, but if I'm having my main character be the stealthiest and him being like the front scout and stuff, then that's more of a regular thing. Survival, though, consumable duration, and that'll help a bit. And that only does, yeah. Okay, no, that's good. And then I get 2 spells. Now, I played around with the character creations before we did this campaign, and I found, like, Necrotic Lance, target takes 37 to 48 corrode, and then an additional 17.7 corrode damage over 6.5 seconds. So, like, honestly, that ability is really amazing. And then what else do we have? Like, I'm tempted to do combusting, but that's not even all that much burn damage. I mean, like, oh, for 26 seconds? Yeah, 5 burn damage over time when hit for 26 seconds. That's... Having another blinding spell, especially since we don't have Harden and everything else like that, blinding helps so much because you get the sneak attacks and everything else if I'm attacking like with my character, or say if we get a rogue later on, which is great. So I think I'm going with these two, and then that level's done. There was one last thing I wanted to do.
Got it.
Well met, friend.
Hire some help. And I'm gonna try, like I said, I did play with the character creation beforehand. And let's just sell all these books. This. And but yeah. I can get the level 2, and I'm gonna try to streamline this and get through it quick. Because I know exactly what type of character I want. Since we're all guys in here right at the moment. Let's pick a female. And what was it? Dwarves have might and constitution, which for a tanky character, that's what I want. Mountain dwarf, bonus to defend against poison and disease. Or boreal dwarf, gains a 15 accuracy against any creatures of wilder or primordial types. I think I'm going with a mountain dwarf. I'm gonna be a... Jesus Christ. This, like, if this is not She-Hulk type dealy, I don't know what is. But no, I want a shield and sword type, or at least one-handed shield type fighter to be our tanky. That or a paladin? No, fighter. So constant recovery. Fighters continually regenerate endurance at a modest rate during combat, which is very important. And they get the athletics, lore, and survival bonuses. So the athletics going to be really helpful. Knockdown, discipline, barrage. User 10 plus 10 accuracy for 15 seconds. The knockdown is great. We saw that with Kalliska. So that's just, you need that. She needs good constitution. The resolve is the ability to fend off a lot of the different effects. 12 concentration, deflection, and will. We don't want her to have a negative, really, to different action, speed, and reflex. So let's just put one in there. Might. Perception helps with interrupt. Interrupt, deflection, and reflex. That's helpful. Might or constitution? I think we should have... It's highly recommended constitution or resolve. I want her to deal a lot of damage. But that can be dealt with, I guess, as well when it comes to, I mean, she's supposed to just be tanky. For now. So I can deal with that through having better weapons. giving her more damage. The resolve and the constitution, though, I'm thinking the resolve should be pretty important, because usually a lot of things are versus resolve. So 16 and 16, and you got a little bit more perception and a good bit of might. So from a deer, from the dead fire, no. Plains, Valia, Rotai. The Living Lands is the mountainous region of large northern island renowned for its diversity of plant and animal life. Its weather is unpredictable and its ecosystem varied dramatically from the valley to valley. The Living Lands are home to an assortment of race and a variety of colonial independent colonies or settlements, and then white the ones. Like, I like this. I think let's just go through here real quick. Located in northeast of Ergel and Fatih, External Plains are large, expansive, fertile savannas that are extensively farmed by human and Orlan residents. I'm thinking either Ixamital Plains, but she's also a mountain dwarf, and this is cool. I just switch out her spear for like a sword or something in time. Or a mace. Yeah, I think I'm going with this. It lowered our resolve by 1, but then we now have more might as well, which we didn't necessarily want more might. But this fits the character best. In fact, I'm going to lower might by 1, do that so that this evens out to what we had before. And then, what is she going to be? Since it's not our character specifically, it doesn't really matter as much story-wise. She kinda... No, she just... We're hiring her, why not? She's a mercenary as well. And I don't want to, like, stick... But we have my character with green. Aloth's kind of a bluish. This red kind of works really well with her, too. So I think I'm sticking... Yeah, with that face. The hair is actually, like, I don't know. Let's see. I don't like the crazy hairdos. You know, I don't mind that. This will be our tough little dwarf who protects us. The dwarf woman who protects us. Do they have a red-haired? No. I think this probably would be best.
Yeah?
I shall lead us. Charge!
Steady does it.
What is it? Follow me.
And stoic probably fits her best. And for a name... I don't know. How about just Vivica? No. Vinta. Vinta, the dwarf. The level 1 fighter dwarf. Who actually is going to get a quick level up because I bought her at level 2. So we just add a few things. Her athletics are going to be important. Honestly, yeah, let's just do that because it evens out. Because you don't get points left when you level up. If you do not use all your skill points, they don't save. So you gotta figure out what you want really. But at level 5, she got plus 50% max fatigue and minus 90% combat fatigue gain, and she's gonna be frontline. So that's gonna be really helpful for her. So she gets 1 endurance, plus 1 max endurance with rapid recovery, she gets 1 extra knockdown, which we get 2. But I think, if I remember correctly, yeah. Weapon and shield style plus 6 shield deflection. Shield deflection bonus also applies to reflex. So yeah, she gets a good-sized bonus with having shield and weapon if we take this. And I'm thinking that this might be really, really useful for her right now. I was looking into it, and I think at like level 3, because I've seen a few playthroughs so far.
No problem.
At level 3, she gets the defender one that increases. It's like a stance, and it makes her defensive stats go through the roof, and she can like engage an extra 2 enemies at any one time. It's ridiculous. So now that that's done with, let's go and just tell Trumbull that that problem is dealt with. And then we'll try to figure out what is our next course of action, honestly. Let's speed it up into fast mode. See our guys running over there.
Good day, stranger.
I spoke with Swainor. And what did he say? I've convinced him to leave your family in peace. Why, that's... Really? That's great news. I wasn't sure you'd get through to him. They were out of their minds with drink half the time. I owe you a great debt. Here. He pulls a coin purse from his hip and pushes it towards you. Today's earnings, to show my appreciation, and you can be sure I'll let everyone know what you've done for me. Glad to help. Keep it. You're having a hard time. That's really all you for it after I saved your family. I want the money, so I'm not gonna be all this, you know, altruistic and be keep it. You're having a hard enough time. I'm gonna say just, you know, glad to help. Take the coin. Now we stand a chance of getting through the year. Trumbull smiles broadly. All thanks to you. Safe travels, friend. So, okay, that works for me. So that's 1 quest down. Now the question is, do we go south, or do we want to go in to the temple that is right here in town? And honestly, I think I'm gonna change up this formation. Why? What the hell? Yeah, no. Aloth, you're in the back. I'm tempted to have both of them standing close together. So...
Steady does it.
Why? So why is Aloth out front? Okay, let me... Maybe I just have like the straight line type deal. Aloth's still in front. I don't want you in front. This is weird. Cause like if I switch him over to here, he still stays in front, and I don't get it. I really don't. You know what? Screw it. I'll fix it at some point. Let's go to the temple here. It's right here. We can level up a little bit. I think it'll be fun. And we can figure out all about these ruins, the scattered god, And we can probably gain some nice items as we're going along too.
Well met, friend.
No, okay. We haven't found anything.
I'll see what I can find.
Let's go into stealthy mode. I hate you so much for making Aloth way up there. Or Aloth way up there. God damn it. I don't want my really heavy person in the back, or in the, yeah, in the back. Oh, spiderling. Yeah, look, and he gets detected right away. I really am getting annoyed at this. Okay, knockdown. There you go.
These ones are in for a walloping!
Okay.
Yeah, got it. Quickly and quietly.
Camping supplies, always a good thing. And initiate's note. This parchment is relatively intact, but the ink upon it has faded. You can make out a few patches of careful, tidy script. Visitors to the ritual floor, Retrix Obrika says, redemption for even these. Forgot and struck the largest bell first rather than second. The rest is illegible. Okay. You know what? Maybe if I change this up. Make sure to make her the point man, and then change the formation that we want to be in to this. Ah, fixed it! I fixed it, you bastards. We got our hound coming behind us. A will of the wisp, eh? And some Audra and stuff. That's gonna be pain. Let's switch over to my bow for now, for a moment. Just for a moment. Let's get a little... Whoa! Okay. All of you.
Sure.
A little bit closer. Starts to notice... Whoa, okay. 2 will-o'-the-wisps. This might be troublesome. But we also have our spellcaster here. So we might be able to do something with that. So how about we focus fire this guy.
Lava will be on seek.
Ah, got him!
That actually went fairly quick. That's nice. Okay, so we're gonna rinse and repeat here. Just without the oh, she's confused. That's not good. But we're gonna rinse and repeat just without the blinding this time.
Lava will be on seek.
Is she active again? Yeah, she's active again. Okay, knock down. Although I don't know how you would knock down a will-o'-the-wisp. Let's try to change back to our other weapons since we're close quarters now.
Huh?
And that worked. That worked out
Got it.
just fine. Okay. So, this parchment was worn, tattered, and the ink upon it faded in this time of hardship. Must have much faith in ourselves.
Sure.
Okay. So let's gather the gang
Got
up.
it.
Nice and
Go back
quiet.
into stealthy mode. We haven't really lost any health on that battle. That went a lot easier than I thought it might be. So we got a lot of spiders in here. Let's have her go on in. Him. Actually, blind that one once he's switched over. And wait for our mage until he's got, like, everything's in and done with. Okay, everyone's attacking. Let's launch this attack on them.
That's it. I shall deal with this
Keep
one.
attacking this one. That one's almost dead. Whoa, wait. She went to 0? Shit. I didn't even realize that. They're almost both dead, though. Switch over to your swords and stuff. Oh, he just killed that one. Yeah, we're gonna be fine. We don't have to switch it up. Do anything extreme, use spells, stuff like that. We can just kill them off. And then she wakes up.
Yeah? Sure.
Okay. Let's go
Quickly
back
and
into
quietly.
stealthy mode. We got a... Come on. Come on. I don't know why the tooltip won't pop up for it, but hey. And we got more spiders now. Okay. Let's launch you at him. You shoot him. And just attack him from a distance. Okay, that's pretty good. Going at it. And they're dead. No problem.
I'll see what I can find.
I don't
Sure.
know why my guy, or Aloth, ran over there, but hey. So we get to the pedestal, and the nearby crystals light the cracked mosaic floor in shades of orange, and at certain angles, the metallic symbol beneath your feet gleams gold. As you look on, the air shimmers as if with summer heat. The very dust and air seem to pull together until a thin, glowing mist appears before you. In its rippling gleam, you sometimes think you can see the shape of a man, features rendered in broad strokes of air and smoke. Who are you? Your voice sparks movement. The spirit surges with a sudden blazing light, and in the next moment, you are somewhere else. Your mind assailed with a sudden wave of fear and noise. You are in the chapter hall. Priests and faithful have gathered in a great crowd, spilling into the hall. Bodies pressed against you, surging forward to listen. Your own grief is mirrored in the faces around you. Some of the initiates are weeping. Someone has snuffed the candles, and the room is dark, save for the podium. Lit from behind, two people stand before it, lit in silhouette. A man is shouting, voice so ragged with fear you cannot understand what he says, but the rhetoric stands calm, unmoved. Her strength will see you all through these dark times. You feel that hope like a spark behind your ribs. Somewhere behind you, someone begins to sing. The spirit tears itself from you with sudden dizzying force, and you find yourself back before the ruined altar swaying. The spirit fades as suddenly as it appeared. Aloth looks at you through narrowed eyes. Are you alright? You seemed lost just now. Yes, I'm fine. This happens a lot. You'll have to get used to it. Folds his arms. That's good to know, but I don't suppose you could tell me what that was all about. I'm not really sure. It's just recently started happening. He raises an eyebrow. Indeed. At the risk of sounding patronizing, you should probably have that examined. He scratches his cheek. It's a shame that Lord Redrick's hanged half of Gilded Vale. The Valian dwarf might have known something about your condition. Oh... yeah, I mean that was probably not too long a side thing, but I could, before I came in here, could have probably just talked to the dwarf animist that was hanging from the tree. But I mean, like, it's not linear, so it doesn't really matter what I do first or whatever. This is a side quest thing that's part of the main quest. So let's continue on. I don't have to follow your main quests. I do what I want. Carefully coming into here. Ooh, that is a big scolder. And she's already getting a little bit battered. We have a lot of spells and stuff to deal with. So let's focus fire him at first. they notice us. Boom. Start hitting him up. He went down easy enough. I don't know why I'm having a little bit of an FPS drop here. That's weird. Maybe because this has been a kind of extended recording session, so my computer might just be like, please let me rest. The archipelago winds its way between the Great Eastern Ocean and the Restless Ocean. So this is about the monsters of the Deadfire Archipelago, which is where my character's from. So like, just for backstory, I might actually want to keep that around and read it off screen so that I don't bore you guys to death. So another scroll and everything. Oh, another. Whoopsie. Okay. Not that it's really gonna matter. 2 Skulders. Let's blind this guy. They have to come around the other end, so yeah, we've almost killed this one before they even got to us.
Let's go.
Yep. That was easy enough.
Nice and
Get
quiet.
back into here. Oh, so a fine sword, which increases its accuracy by 4 and its damage by 1.15. Very nice. Okay, so we're gonna equip that to somebody. Most definitely. Let's grab this. Who could use it the most? So it's a one-handed sword. Her spear is meh. Like, she is our like frontliner. She doesn't even have very good armor right now. Should probably upgrade that too. If I get the chance. That's why she's going, like, her health's going down. Or endurance is going down so quickly. Let's put the spear back in there. So you get the first fine weapon we have. I'm not the right level to start upgrading those and crafting or anything. Okay. Ah, that's fine.
Huh?
I do believe that we're going to end the episode there, though. So our little grouping of
Yeah?
Vinta, Lotharian,
How may I help?
and Aloth are going to search a little bit more in the ruins. And honestly, if she keeps getting hurt, I might leave and, well, 1, talk to the dwarven woman, see what that gets me, and 2, go to the smithy and try to get her some heavier armor so that she can soak up more damage. But as always, would you kindly subscribe if you could? Well, subscribe if you could, like if you would, and I'll see you next time on Pillars of Eternity. This has been a long recording session, by the way. See you next time.